Hello guys, what is going on? I'm Nozda and welcome back to another video. So today I just got back from going to Birmingham Film and Comic Con, also known as Collectormania 25. It was at the NEC in Birmingham. And it's just, what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat this as a sort of vlog where I'm going to splice in all the footage that I got from today, as well as tell my story of what happened. I thought the Comic Con itself, I thought was pretty good. I thought it was better than Manchester Comic Con, just in terms of the venue itself is just massive. It's like the ventilation system is like so much better. It's so cool in there, especially in a hot day like this. When you talk about Manchester Comic Con, you're always like, oh my god, it's so sweaty in there. But this place was really good. It had more stalls. I don't know if it did have more stalls than Manchester Comic Con, and there was a lot of empty space still. So there could be even more stalls, and just not if enough people either paid rent or like they could get enough people to come in to actually sell stuff. So the trip it took me. I'm actually like this convention itself has like some learning things for me because this is the first convention I've been to that wasn't in Manchester, and it was the first one I've also been to by myself. So I've learned a lot from it. So first of all, the trip. I went on Sunday, by the way. The trip took around 2 hours. I got up at 8. The doors opened at 10. I actually set off around half 8, and I got there around 20 to 11. So that didn't help because the way the signings worked, because I got 2 pop signs, which I'll talk about in a minute. The way the signings worked, it was a ticket based system. You had to get there off of most lines anyway, like the really high profile lines. You had to go there and get a ticket off an employee, and then that would mean that you would definitely get a signature that day. Otherwise, you weren't guaranteed. And in one case, Robert England, who played Freddy Krueger, was one of the pops that wanted to get signed, and I couldn't because I weren't the first 35 of the day. A lot of others went into the 200s. He only went to 35, which is really weird. Obviously, probably personal stuff about like affected that. The line, as you can see in the video, was humongous when I got in. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna have to wait about half an hour. Sorry, I got something in my hair. I was gonna have to wait about half an hour to get in at least. That line went down in less than like 3 to 4 minutes. It was so quick. It was really fast. Primarily because they didn't do baggage search, they didn't do any security at all. You just walked in and you joined the line and you got in. So that it was cool. I mean, like obviously safety is good, but just how fast you got into the convention, that was really cool. Parking was expensive compared to what I'm used to. What I'm used to in Manchester is like let's say for 5 hours, like 8-9 quid. I was there for about 2.5 to 3 hours, and I had to pay a tenner. So what are you gonna do? It was in the Hilton Hotel car park. That's the car park I parked in. You can park in. I think the NEC has the car park has a car park, or there's an area next to them that has a car park anyway. But I don't know the prices about that. For cosplays, there were some really good cosplays. Now, the Pennywise, which will be on screen, he did a really scary face, but I weren't recording. I was getting ready to record, but then he saw me again, actually keeping like hold of the camera, and then he did some cool stuff. But yeah, there was some really cool cosplay, just about everywhere, just walking around. There was a cosplay like competition, which not many people actually participated in. Not in terms of actually doing it, but in terms of like watching. There was a bunch of cosplayers, there was like 30 or 40 at least. But there wasn't really many people actually watching the competition. There were only about 20, which was disappointing. I would have gone over there to watch, but I'll actually talk about that in a second. Why I was only there for around 2 hours. You might be thinking that's a 4-hour round trip around about from Manchester to Birmingham. And you stayed there for 2 hours. I will talk about that in a bit though, why I did that. But yeah, you might remember me saying, it was literally a second ago, so I hope you do remember me saying that Robert England was one of the people I wanted to get my pop signed, and I couldn't. There was also one other person that was Darth Maul. I'm struggling to remember the actual actor's name right now. That's the thing. The 2 pops that did get signed, I wanted to get 4 pops signed. The 2 pops that did get signed were pops I really wanted to. I just wanted to meet the person. Getting the pops was a bonus. I just really wanted to meet the 2 people that I got the signatures from. The other 2 were just good signatures to have. I thought I just wanted them in my collection. So not meeting them is fine because I've got the pops. Now they're not going anywhere. If to go to another convention, I've already got the pops, so I don't have to buy them again. And I'm sure I'll meet Robert England and Darth Maul again. But yeah, like I said, Darth Maul was no one that didn't get signed because he went on today. He went on 3 different breaks, and the final one, which was the last draw. Because when you go on a break, if you don't have the ticket number, because they have a bracket of ticket numbers, it was like. I was 166, and the bracket was anybody 165 and lower can line up, because after he's done that 165th one, he can go on a break. And when he went on that break, he said he'll be back at 10 to 3. When he left, it was 12:30. So I don't know where he went. The photo shoots don't take that long. Definitely not. So I don't understand. Maybe he was involved in the cosplay competition. I have no idea. Maybe he didn't have, but he did. He had 2 breaks where he left only for a bit, but he actually dispersed the line again. If you don't have a ticket, then they will disperse the line if the like celebrity moves from their like stand, and even then. So if the lines get too long, if you don't have a ticket, then you can't line up until the lines move down, or you get given a ticket and you have to wait for that number to be in your bracket. It's a really weird sort of method. I mean, it works if you get that early. It's really really good for you because you can get that early, even if the celebrity isn't there. Get your ticket and then go look around and then come back, and you'll be guaranteed to get a signature. So that was cool. That's cool for the future. That's one of the learning processes. I'm like. If I'm going to go again, I'm going to go on a Saturday, not a Sunday, and I'm going to go get there early doors first, trying to be one of the first people there, because that seems. Hopefully, Manchester don't do that, because we don't usually we get there. We're like one of the first, like probably one of the first 100 people in there when we go Manchester, but we're not like first come first serve. So hopefully, because there's some really big people going Manchester. There's free Overwatch. Voice actors going, and that's gonna go really quickly if there are a ticket system. Hopefully not though, because this is a film and Comic Con, so it's a different situation. I don't think it's MCM, so yeah. So I will actually show off the pops I got. I got the Flash signed, by John Wesley Shipp, and because he was the original Flash, I got the DC Superheroes Flash. They didn't actually do a Jay Garrick pop. I thought they did, but there wasn't one available on Amazon. Another thing I learned, actually, I'll say after this, but I also got Pippin, which was really, really nice. The guy is really, really cool to me. Billy Boyd. His last name is Boyd, right? It is, yeah. I guess I wanted to call him like Billy Bob or something. I don't know why. That's another thing I learned. Mads Mikkelsen was there. No one was in his line all day. I could have just walked up at any point and gone. He's like a huge star, but he was charging 60 quid a signature. I know, obviously, most of that is going to go to convention because they charge more for like the higher profile celebrities to turn up for some reason. I don't know why that's the way it works. So it was mainly just to make a profit. But if he lowered that a bit, let's say 35 like Robert England, his line would have been the biggest line there because he's obviously a huge star. But yeah, so like I could have got a signature from any point, but this was an impromptu trip. I said I wanted to. I set my mind on going about Wednesday, Thursday this week. So all the pops I got were were available overnight. The ones I didn't get were the ones I couldn't get because they weren't available overnight. I wanted to get Caecilius for Mads Mikkelsen to sign because it would have been my first MCU pop, which I wanted to try and start my MCU pop collection because that's like kind of a huge collection to get, not just in size but also the celebrities that are involved in that. But even I couldn't find that. I couldn't find a Hannibal pop, which is what he's probably most known for. Well, most known like is his best role, I think. But I couldn't find his Rogue One pop either. None of them were available to buy next day, and there were 6 pop stalls that day, today in the convention hall. Not one of them sold a Mads Mikkelsen pop. I stopped looking through them and just started asking the person, "Have you got anything for Mads Mikkelsen to sign, and they were all like, we got this picture. But yeah. Anyway, finally, it's sort of like a consolation prize. I also got this. I got this Full Metal Alchemist figure. Don't spoil it in the comments, please, if you have already read Full Metal Alchemist. I'm currently reading it at the moment, so I haven't read all of it yet. But I saw this figure, and it was for 24 quid, and it looks like a really nice figure, and actually like a pretty good size for 24 quid as well, so I thought I'd snap that up. Also, I actually have one other thing to show you as well after this. I was thinking about saving it for a different video, but I think I'll just do it straight away. Did I even open that? I've got to use the scissors to... This sellotape is like the hardest sellotape in the world. Come on, please open. Thank you. Oh, sellotape on the other side as well. Yeah, like, I saw this stall which did comics. There was a couple of stalls that did comics, like, they did super rare ones in, like, amazing condition, like 9.4s and stuff like that. I think the highest was 9.4 that I saw. But yeah, so there was a stall that did also like this, did a random comics, and you could see the front one and the last one, but you couldn't see the three in the middle. And so it was 5 comics for 3 quid, and I thought that's really, really cool, that. And so I picked that up, and I'll actually unbox them, because I don't know what the 3 are in the middle after this. But there is a Spider-Man one, so that's really cool. Right, so it's coming like this sort of weird packaging where it's like that, which is different. It came in bubble wrap. Oh, it's much smaller than the box. Well, not much smaller, but a bit smaller. But right away, it looks really, really good. I'm sorry about the noise. Oh, shit. There we go. I'll just getting the sellotape off the bubble wrap. My God. It's got a small stand as well, which is really good. I've got a Saitama one from One Punch Man, and the stand is huge. So, let me just get in his stand so you can see it all perfectly. We actually get it in. That's the thing with these stands, you sort of have to bend the figure sometimes, which is annoying. I think I've got it in there, and here we go. That looks so cool. Oh my God, look at that. That is insane. That is such good quality. That is such good quality. It's Ed from Full Metal Alchemist, if you didn't know. That looks so good. So good. My God. Right, okay. Now I'm just gonna run over and quickly get the comics. It's literally just some of the comic boxes over in the corner. Right, okay. So you can see the front and the back of these. It's the Amazing Spider-Man: The Fury of Cardiac, number 377. This was in May. It doesn't say the year, sadly. I don't think it says the year anyway. There is something that says 92. But yeah, let's have a look at this. And oh yeah, on the other side is number 1 for Ultraman. Ultraman versus the Robex Dynasty. So I don't know if this is the first issue in the entire Ultraman series, or it's just issue 1 of this specific run, like this Ultraman run. So we'll see. But I will bag and board these all separately as well and stick them in my collection, because they all seem to be in like pretty good condition as well. It's like surprising how good condition it is. Yeah, let's have a look here. So, oh my God, this is really good condition. Oh, it's the old comic paper as well. It's the first time I ever read one of these. Like this is like, it's the old comic paper. You can tell just by the coloring. That is really cool. It feels like a newspaper if I were to give it a feeling. But yeah, just the art looks so nice. My God. Okay, I'm gonna bag and board that one straight away, because not straight away, because that's in really nice condition. Okay, I mean, this is Marvel apparently, with something I've never heard of before. It's Strike Force Moritori. What issue is that? Issue 7. Yeah. 40p in the UK. I have 3 different prices on it. That's weird. Must have been like one that was heavily shipped to the UK, I guess. We've got Jason Toyboy, or just Toyboy. It's actually really expensive. Actually, it's $2. It looks like, oh no, it's got the old paper as well. It feels like it's a bit expensive for its time. But it does have the It does have a newer feel like cover paper as though. So yeah, sorry. I need to show it first and then talk about it. Talk about it. There you go. Finally, we have Superman. Shit, we have Superman in Action Comics, 722. Um, yeah, and it's a 20-second one in 1996. I think that's what that means. I thought it was a 20-second one to begin with. I thought, oh my god, that's amazing. But yeah, Superman Action Comics number 722, Twister. It looks like. Yeah, it's got the new comic paper. 1996 new comic paper. That's bad. Okay, so it must have been around that time. It must have been new. Next up, we have Prophet Chapel. Looks like by the it's by Image Comics. Okay, so Prophet Chapel. Oh, that's very weird. That looks actually kind of interesting. I might give that a go. What issue does it say? Issue 2. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. And then finally, we have something that actually looks kind of interesting. Oh, was this one old paper? It was. Okay. So the only new paper one we've had is the Superman one, and that seems to be just barely because 1996. But Ultraman, I've already showed you it, but it has some like really nice paper again. I really like the feel of Ultraman. Just look at that splash page. My God. It just makes it makes everything like more washed out, but it makes it, I don't know, it's just got like an authentic feel. Because it's issue 1 as well. I'm gonna look into that. It might be actually rarer than, I don't know, anything else. I don't really know too much about Ultraman at all, but we'll see. Anyway, but I think we've gone through everything. Done my haul for today. Talked about everything. Hopefully, it likes the sort of like video footage as well. I know they won't cover all the videos, so you will have to look at my face at some point. Sorry about that. But yeah, there wasn't really too much like different stuff to film. All of it was just like kiosks. Well, not kiosks, just shops, like stalls, like it would be any Comic Con. I try to film as much of the cosplayers as possible, but a lot of times we were getting pictures taken with other people, and it's kind of intrusive doing that. So I just tried doing it when they're not really interacting with other people. So yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for now, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more convention stuff, I'm going to at least another convention, or at least one other convention in the next couple of months. So if you like this sort of stuff, then I can film other conventions. Cause I do want to start going to more conventions because they're really fun, and you get to meet, like I said, I got to meet the original Flash, which is really really cool. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.